Now we are up for some sport class racing, built at home but oh so fast, and we are ready to get started with Sport Heat 3A.
Okay, we got about 40 degrees to go. Move them up. You're looking good. Looking good. Looking real fine. Nice job, 39. Yeah, gentlemen, you're looking good. Gentlemen, you got a race.
Tommy, I hope our fans at home caught that. The pace plane for this sport class is a jet. These guys are going so fast they can no longer use a propeller-driven turboprop as the pace plane. They're using a jet to do this.
30, 47 clear.
Well, out in front, no surprise, race 39. Jeff Lavelle absolutely blew the field away in his previous two heats here, and he is just on his way to another pole position in the gold.
Yeah, he sure is. He's our reigning sport class champion, and he set new standards by which these guys will be chasing for several years. He blew away the 400-mile-an-hour mark in an airplane you can build in your garage. Again, this is a Glass Air 3. It's actually an older kit plane running a twin turbocharged 6-cylinder air-cooled engine that's been untouchable for 2 years in a row now.
Jeff Lavelle won his 5th national championship last year, 2016, right here in Reno. Of course, he won his first heat coming out with a speed of 381 plus miles an hour, more than 10 miles an hour faster than his nearest competitor in Heat 1A to start the racing on the first day of heated competition here in Reno.
Now, minimum qualifications to run the sport class are you can have no more than 1,000 cubic inches, you have to be able to go at least 200 miles an hour, and you have to be amateur or kit-built aircraft, but they do have a very relaxed set of guidelines because they encourage these guys to color outside the lines, which they all do in the interest of speed. On board with Jeff Lavelle in that lightning-fast Glass Air 3. But look at this. Third place airplane Andrew Findlay is making the move on Bob Mills. He's got the altitude. Let's see if he can trade that for airspeed, make a legal pass. As Andrew Findlay sets up one moment, that's the Stihl-powered aircraft, as he tries to set up and pass Bob Mills in the Glass Air Mojo.
You're clear, 30.
Andrew Findlay moving into second place. Andrew Findlay in one moment finishing 5th place in the previous heat can certainly improve his standing if he can maintain this second place position. A lot of racing yet to go, though. 4 more laps around this course.
You know, it's easy to see why the sport class has become such a crowd favorite. Again, these are airplanes you can build in your own garage as amateur or kit built. They're going faster than a stock Mustang on a fraction of the horsepower in an airplane you built in your garage. This is just simply amazing.
Yeah, it's really mind-blowing. You know, we talk about our Reno Tahoe Top Gun. That's someone who does great things on the course or has an interesting backstory. Well, Peter Balmer of Switzerland is in this race, and it's his backstory that makes him our Reno Tahoe Top Gun.
My name is Peter Balmer from Switzerland, and I fly for a living. I have a skydive operation in Interlaken, Switzerland, and we also operate Pilatus PC-12, PC-6, and also 2 helicopters. I always want to be a pilot, but until I turned 30, I didn't have the money to put in to learn to fly, and I came over to the US and learned to fly and went over to Switzerland and had that idea to set up that business with skydiving and glacier flying, and that's what I'm doing for the last 20 years, and it grew into a business, and I'm pretty happy with it. So we are racing since 2014, and every year we try to improve the airplane a little bit to get faster and faster every year. This year we are about 25 miles ahead of last year, so we're pretty happy about that. And hopefully we can continue this route and be faster for 18 and 19.
It's our Top Gun, Peter Balmer, an adrenaline junkie himself who spends his life enabling other adrenaline junkies. You could do a lot worse than that. You could certainly do completely worse than Jeff Lavelle. This guy totally in control of this racing class. Why is he so good, Steve?
White flag, white flag.
Personally, Tommy, I think it's because he's not experimenting at every flight. He's taken a rock-solid airframe in that Glass Air 3. He's taken a proven engine, put 2 turbochargers on it, so it's still fairly safe and reliable. So he's not trying to reinvent the wheel with something exotic that he's having to recreate with every flight. He knows the airplane, he flies it well, so all he does, this is just another day at the office for him, and he doesn't get paper cuts. So again, watch how smooth he is as he stays down in these pylons. It's almost like the airplane's on a computer chip, and that's a key to winning here at Reno.
doesn't make mistakes, and of course when you've got not a single day of racing but a week of racing, it's important not to break a lot of important things too, and he's keeping everything together. His team works obviously great.
Checkered flag, landing runway 8, wind 1009er.
As he passes the start-finish pylon to collect gold post position. Check it out now. Who's coming in second place? Well, absolutely. It's Andrew Findlay. Did that pass earlier in the race and was able to hang on to that second spot throughout the remainder of the laps here.